Anchor is a fantastic platform for podcasting. It's so simple. It's remarkable. Even I could do it. And it's free distribution, free recording, easy, simple, elegant to use framework, great tools. If you're going to pick one podcasting platform, it should definitely be Anchor. I highly recommend it. Leveling up relationships authentically. So relationships are not transactional. If you want to get any benefit out of them or be of benefit, they have to be beyond transactional. But they are time limited. Some are very time limited. Some are time limited to the span of our lifespan. But let me talk a little bit about leveling up in relationships. So there's a famous saying that says that life is very short, but if you live it well, then it's long enough. And it's the same thing in relationships. That relationships are too short, but if you are authentic and have deep and satisfying relationships, then they're good enough and long enough. And there's another saying related to this. It says that life is short, but they said like a lifespan is like a food, like a buffet. Like you can sample different things, but you can't sample everything. There's not enough time in life to have everything on a huge buffet or an infinite buffet, but you can go back a few times for the things that you really like. I'm kind of expanding on the saying. So in relationships, the reason that you have to level up is because as the Bible says, you can't put new wine in old wineskins. And what happens is there's a time and a place for everything. That sometimes things are very critical at one point in life, but you reach a point or a fork in the road where you're going to go a different direction. And what happens is people have memories and conditionings, and they don't want to change. So what was really reinforcing and beneficial and critical at one point of life, people are afraid to let it go. But I'm not saying relationships are transactional. I'm not saying they're disposable, but they are evolving. Everything in life either grows or withers away. And it's the same thing in relationships. Like there's probably been a lot of people in your life that you felt really close to at one time, but for one reason or another. Now some of this is episodic. You can have periods of time where you're closer or less close. I mean, even in marriages, there can be periods of time, days, weeks, months, possibly even years, where people are more or less close. And you can kind of like go through a spiral staircase where you keep coming around to the same place eventually, but at a higher level. That's a good thing. If you can continue, to have those relationships get higher and higher. But sometimes they spiral, downward, or sometimes they just dissipate. And in order to move forward in life, you have to be authentic. And part of being authentic is realizing that things have gone in a new direction at times, and not holding on to things that are dead or dying, in this case, relationships. So you do have to enjoy your relationships, be authentic to them, but realize that there's another expression that says nothing lasts forever. Some of your relationships will last your whole lifetime, and some won't. And there will be a time in life sometimes when you have to level up.